Good morning, evening, afternoon, night, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another adventure with Sergeant Bezek as we are once again in Dark Deity. Last time, we had to kill a bunch of cultists at the Temple of Hilaric because they had the object we were seeking. It apparently was somehow keeping this girl alive, from what we gathered. But also, once we removed the object from the temple, poison gas showed up. A bunch of cavalry came in. We were able to deal with the cavalry pretty easily. They were not that much of a threat. Oh, man. And as you guys heard, I just had issues with that one. I am hoping we do not have issues with this episode. Let us keep going. The object turned out to talk. Why? Why does it talk? Oh well. We now need to get back to the ocean. Let us go. In the Temple of Helric, they find a group of cultists led by a strange, reanimated warrior named Neo. They steal the relic and make their escape, finding out shortly after that the stone they've stolen speaks. It instructs them that they must return to their ship and depart, as the trial of the soul is somewhere in the ocean. No wonder no one could find it for so long. They make the journey, careful to be wary of the stone, as Alistair had warned. Why are we putting so much trust in a stone we're told not to trust? That doesn't make sense. Now setting sail, they are given direction by the stone, who holds their lives in its confidence. Assuming Ford doesn't shipwreck them along the way, they are headed to deep waters. Now I know Ford likes to drink a lot, but I don't think he's quite that bad, people. At least from what we've seen. He does always, and I do mean always, have some drink in hand, but that's okay. That's okay. Now off the map. Sad. It was a nice map. Well, now that we've done absolutely everything possible without further instruction, I was wondering if you've received any more wisdom from your magical rock.
Not quite.
Not a word.
Pointless.
Fantastic. It's more than likely we're meant to be on the other side of the continent, when instead we've been off on this wild cockatrice chase. I think I'm starting to see why your father warned us about this guide. Ah, such doubt. When I've done nothing but assist you. And no, you haven't done everything possible. As far as I can tell, we're still anchored. How does it know that? At any rate, I think we would benefit from more instruction right about now. As you wish. Your destination lies in the heart of the Shimmering Mists.
Whoa there!
The Shimmering Mists? Your friend is quite attentive.
What?
Ford, do you know this place? I've known a few captains who set out for it, but not any I've ever seen again. I'd always thought they'd gone a little sea crazy, those poor crews. Then it's dangerous. I've only heard stories, but I'd say so from the sound of them. High winds, low visibility, sharp volcanic rocks. Not much reason to go there in the first place.
I don't know.
Irving, it sounds like a trap. Please, what good would it do me to sink to the bottom of the ocean for the rest of eternity? You seemed happy enough. Sorry. You seemed happy enough to sit in that temple for gods know how long. Happy may not be the most accurate description. I know it sounds frightening, but we've been through worse. Besides, what choice do we have? I'd gladly hear out any alternative. Oh, nothing.
That's it.
Then we sail for the Shimmering Mists. Ford, would you know how to take us there if you wanted to? I know the general direction. It's sometime somewhere southeast of here. We might be able to see the mists a ways out. I'll not have you scouring the seas for low-flying clouds. As soon as the stars appear in the night, you will set sail and follow the constellation of the slain basilisk. If you stay the course, you will arrive at the mists in 3 days' time. Once we enter it, I will lead you to the temple, but it will be imperative you do exactly as I say. Very well, are we provisioned for the journey? Assuming strict Shipwreck's not in the cards. We should have plenty to get us to Alton. Now, Etlen. Oh, I switched that around.
Pace yourself.
Good. Once the sun sets behind Varroa, we'll raise the anchor. In the meanwhile, take some time to rest and prepare. Only the gods know what lies ahead. I'll bet that damn rock does too. Yeah, good chance that the rock knows what's going on. Yeah, look at these level ups. It's great. I'm sorry, Benji. You're at the bottom once again. Well, let's start at the bottom this time and work our way up. Benji, you didn't even fight in the last fight. Hey, Benji, do you mind if I ask you something? What's it about?
Well,
About you.
All right.
Sweet. I love talking about that. Great. I was just wondering. Oh, this is silly. Go ahead. Ask away. Well, oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. But how strong are you? I mean, have you ever actually measured it in some way? That's a great question, Sophia, and not at all embarrassing. I've been asked that many times before. So, what's the answer? Well, I can tell you this. At the time when we left Red Hill, Anil was the strongest man for miles around, and that was a proven fact. How did you know that? We've had several contests over the years. At my peak, no one's ever even come close. Benji, we're looking for a number. Give us a number, Benji. Wow, that's really impressive.
Hey, thanks.
Tell me about it. You want to hear a little story? Sure, I love stories. Once on our farm, one of our oxen died while we were tilling the fields. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, it was not a pretty sight. Anyway, I carried its body off to the side, put on the yoke, and finished tilling the field all by myself. Dear Lord, that's strong man. Whoa, I'm just trying to picture that in my head. I mean, not in a weird way or anything. Oh, how much was there left to do? About half.
Huh?
Half? By the gods, Benji! They must have been insanely hard! Oh yeah, totally, well, not for me, of course, because of my training and everything, but for most people, yeah, it would have been basically impossible. Right, well, I'd say that's a pretty good answer.
All right.
Glad to hear it. Let me know if you have any more questions.
Yep.
Will do. Okay. Alright, Sarah, who are we talking to? Samara. Sarah, does being out in the wild ever remind you of the royal gardens? All the time. Yeah, me too. I miss them. The gentle waterfalls, the emerald parakeets, chirping away in the willows. I miss the quiet. Samara, you hated the gardens.
No.
Sorry, Sarah. That would be incorrect. I hated not being allowed to leave the gardens. That never lasted very long anyway. Thanks to me. Yes, thanks to you. You are absolutely impossible. No sneaking out unnoticed was impossible. Supposedly, which is exactly why I had to do it. I think you've proven my case.
Are you sure?
Let's not forget the part you played convincing Mother to secure some more freedom. That's my big sister, Ever the Diplomat. Half-sister. Maybe, but it's clear we both inherited the stubborn half.
Surely not.
I prefer to say persistent. There's that diplomacy again. Are you capable of giving it a rest when you talk to your sister? Forgive me, your half-sister. I think we both know the answer to that question. That's right. Yes, you're more than capable, and here I'd almost forgotten. Had you? What a pleasant thought. Don't hang on to that dream. Oh, do hang on to that dream. Sure will. Oh. Sloan. Caius. Come on, Butter. You gotta eat. We've got a big adventure ahead of us. Hey there, Sophia. Oh, hi, Caius. Feeding the ferret? Trying to. He won't eat, and he hasn't eaten anything all day. I'm starting to get worried.
Huh?
What's that you're giving him? These little salted beef squares. He usually loves them.
Hold on.
Does he know any tricks?
Yep.
Oh, lots. Ask him to do one, and try rewarding him with the food. Alright, butter. Handstand. Handstand. There you go. Who's a good boy? Wow, he's eating again. Just like that.
Nice move.
Just like that. How'd you know that would work? I used to have a pet of my own back in the day. Really? You never told me.
Uh-huh.
Yep, a stray mutt. We wound up under the same awning one rainy night. Well, the rest was history. He used to do the same thing. Wouldn't eat unless I made him earn it.
Well,
Come to think of it, it's a wonder he survived the streets on his own for as long as he did. He might not have acted that way before. I think pets are like us in more ways than most admit. Haven't you ever enjoyed something more because it was a challenge to get? Yeah, but maybe he just didn't want to make your food in case you wanted to eat it. I wouldn't put it past him. He was a sweet dog. What was his name? Marcus. Lost him just before I enlisted, unfortunately. Still miss him.
Aww.
I'm sorry, Caius. That's hard. Oh well, he was an old dog. Lived a pretty good second half of his life for a stray, too. Besides, I don't think I would have had the heart to leave him behind anyway, so I guess it all worked out in the end. Still, I'm not looking to put myself through that again anytime soon. Maybe I'll get my next dog when I'm 80. That way, in all likelihood, it'll outlive me. Just wait till the next time you see a puppy. That'll change your mind. Oh, she's right. Knowing me, it probably will. Okay, oh, we're finishing up Alden. Sophia, there's something I wanted to show you.
Uh-oh.
Did Butter leave another present in your bedroll? No, not this time, but I think I figured out how to summon one of those storm spirits well enough to show you what they look like. Stay back, Butter! What are you worried about? I haven't even done anything yet. Aren't those spirits you mages summon to attack people? Well, usually yeah, but I can summon one that's completely harmless. You want me to show you?
Well,
Alright, if you promise it's safe. I promise. Here goes. A bunny! Gods, it's so cute! Even the ferret thinks it's cute. Look at those blushing little eyes. Alden, wow, how did you learn how to do that? By accident, actually. I tried to cast a spell, and I thought it missed. Then I looked over to see this little guy hopping around the battlefield. That's incredible. You've got a real talent here, you know? You could put on a show or something. Yeah, it'll make a good party trick when this is all over. I bet it would.
aww.
Aw, thanks for showing me that, Alden. Sorry I panicked for a second there. That was silly of me. I think this was just what I needed to totally brighten my day. You deserve it. What you said to me before about giving myself credit for my accomplishments, that did the same for me. It's nice to return the favor. You really should give yourself credit. Look at what you just did. Hey, think you can do it again? Absolutely. All right. Garrick, who are we talking to? Sloane. I can't believe you stood me up for our tea date, Garrett. That wasn't very gentlemanly of you. Gods, I completely forgot.
No.
No, you didn't. You were just spending too much time with Sia to remember.
Right.
Guilty as charged, I guess. I get it. She's fun and I'm intimidating. It's alright. I wasn't really looking for something anyway. Whew. That's great to hear. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Hurt my feelings? Back this up for a second. I'm supposed to hurt your feelings, not the other way around.
Great.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on.
You're just a little heartbreaker, aren't you?
What a joke.
I didn't even do anything. You were trying to woo me. I was just being funny. What does a tea date have to do with wooing? I I've been on 100 tea dates. As have I. All with the intent of wooing. That sounds like a you problem. I just happen to really like tea.
Gods.
We both know that's a falsehood. When did you learn so much about me then, huh? I do my research. This is on you, Garrick, not me. You were disinterested and you lost your chance. I'm sorry.
Guess I'll state the obvious.
I was not disinterested.
Are you sure?
Then maybe you should have acted interested. Insufferable. Okay, alright, and that one, let's be honest. She acted too indifferent. Makes sense that he'd move on, but you don't just stand someone up for a date. That's a little rude. You properly communicate what's going on. You don't just sort of ghost or anything. That can cause more problems. Ford, a man of the sea. Oh, as a man of the sea, do you ever wonder what strange horrors might be out there lurking in the depths?
Look, kid.
You don't have to wonder when you've seen them, my friend.
Impossible.
Have you really seen some? Gods, I don't think I could ever set sail after that. Most of the big stuff you see in the southern tropics, where the water's warmer. Larger surface area helps them regulate their body heat. I'm impressed. I didn't know you took an interest in marine biology.
No chance.
I don't, but I transported someone who did once. Field research isn't my preferred work, but hey, the guy could pay. Son of a Newasian count or something. I knew the type. More coin than anyone could count in a lifetime. No intention of allowing anyone to forget that fact. Yeah, this one was tolerable enough at least, and interesting. But I definitely learned there are parts of the sea that are better avoided. I'll take note of that. Done much sailing before our little trip? None at all.
Mwah, perfecto.
Consider yourself lucky then. You got your introduction from the best tour guide the seas have to offer. Though not exactly the most humble one. That's not a title I'll ever claim. I'm not sure you'd have much luck if you did. Alright, Ford, you are just popular right now. So, Vesta, tell me, what made you pick me out of the crowd? The old humpback? The way I carried myself? Something that just screamed nautical expertise?
I'm afraid not.
Actually, I'd exhausted every alternative when we spoke. Your ship was quite literally the only one still accepting passengers to Oh, what? Come on! Are you sure it wasn't my rugged charm? I think I think ragged might be the word you're looking for. Then you admit it was charming.
Stop that.
Save your breath, Ford. Really, I'm not your type. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You don't know my type. No, and I can't say that keeps me up at night either. Then what does keep you up at night? You're vile, you know that? No? Really, I'd love to know. Gotta be pretty heavy stuff that weighs on the mind of a priestess of Thrain. Not to mention a member of a secret better than everybody else society. Fane. What's that? I'm a cleric of Fane, Ford. Well, I'm pretty sure I knew that, but at any rate, I'm glad you're starting to open up. See? That wasn't so bad. On the contrary, I already regret it. I'll admit I'm not best known for my words, but give me time and you'll see. You'll come around. That's dubious.
Sure thing.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'll take it as encouragement. Unfortunate. Oy. You're on quite the little vacation now, aren't you, Princess?
No!
Vacation isn't the word I would use. Was it the accommodations? Sorry, I didn't have the luxury suite ready for you when you boarded. Old Humpback's reliable, but she's not accustomed to royal passengers. Her accommodations were just fine, thank you.
Sure thing.
I'll be sure to let her know. Is there a problem you'd like to discuss, Captain? Oh no, not at all. We just come from very different worlds, you and I. Not sure what it's like to sleep on a pile of gold, but I bet I'd get used to it after a while. We do come from very different worlds. I'd love to know what it's like to choose who and what to be responsible for.
Perfecto.
Ah, that's right. Life of luxury thrust upon you by the sands of fate, eh? There are plenty enough days where I traded away in an instant. And a lot more where you wouldn't, I bet. We must each make peace with our lot in life, Captain. One of your tutors teach you that? I think we're done here.
Calm down.
Oh, come on. I was just starting to have some fun. Ford, you were starting to learn a little something, but you went just a little too far. You'll learn, or you won't. Maybe that's how you got the scar on the face. Sheesh, everyone is so popular today. Hello, Corvin. I'm not used to seeing you standing around. I figure you're usually tucked away in a tent somewhere writing vigorously. That's not so far from the truth, although I do prefer trees. Next time you have need of me, you might try looking up. Duly noted.
A moment, please.
But in the meanwhile, it's fortunate that you've stumbled upon me. Provincial, even, one might say.
Huh?
Oh, is there something I can do?
Certainly.
Yes, actually. You were a student of herbalism, were you not?
Mm-hmm.
I was. Are you wounded? Not wounded, per se, but ill. I seem to have ingested some fish that disagrees with me. Rather strongly, I might add. I understand. Well, the good news is, that's nothing we can't fix. This may seem a strange question, but, do you have a preferred direction of expulsion? That would help me determine the remedy.
Come again?
Goodness, I didn't consider either choice particularly pleasant. It was a bit of salmon, after all. Perhaps upstream is best. How poetic. Let me find something for you. Here, these are deep-toed eggs, pickled and unfertilized. I should add. Swallow a couple and that fish should breach again in no time. Gods below, I think but a whiff of this should be sufficient. In that case, I'll take my leave.
You've done well.
Yes, I think that's best. Oh lord, that... Deciding between either feeling unpleasant for a few hours to throwing up. I just don't know. But be well, Corvin. With your help, I should be. Oh. Okay. It seems you hardly ever part with that quill, Corvin. Inspiration is a fickle lover. A faithful writer must be ready to reach for his pen at a moment's notice. What about an unfaithful writer? I wouldn't know. I've never read any of their work. Fair point.
A moment, please.
On the subject of inspiration, your background has sparked my curiosity. There are a few questions I might ask, if you had the time.
As you will.
I figured as much. Tell me, the trove of aspects you kept at the temple, did you guard them alone, or were there others with you? Corvin, I'm no hermit. Of course there were others. Those who supported my mission, the clerics who sent me to this temple, and so on.
Certainly.
Naturally, but I mean actually with you, in the temple. Some local folk, all rather lovely, merchants, farmers, travelers, pilgrims from all over Etlin. I keep switching that L and the T. I need to work on that. I grew fond of them.
How?
And yet, all that while, your mission was hidden from them.
Sworn to protect.
The defense of the aspects was not my only task, Corvin. I am a cleric. My duty was to tend to the faithful.
Sure.
Of course. No doubt they relied on you to inspire their faith, and who inspired yours? One who prays is never far from the divine. I'll admit it was difficult at times, but there were little moments now and again that reminded me of my purpose. Why I did what I did, those moments sustained me. What interests you so much about my past, anyway?
This shouldn't be possible.
Just something I've always wondered about clerics. So many lean on them. How can they stand on their own 2 feet?
Take heart.
Same as we march onwards now, together, supporting one another. It's no mystery, really. Good. In that case, our success depends on a proven strategy. I believe it does.
All right.
Then may we all take inspiration from your faith. Arima, pardon me, I've read so much of your exploits, and now to finally meet you, well, suffice to say, I'm honored you've decided to accompany us. You're shaking like a wet dog, elf. Have some dignity. Why, oh, I suppose I am. Perhaps there's a draft. So you are the one who led the others to my trial. Yes, and it was no trivial task. You did not make yourself easily discoverable. If I had, I expect you might have found me too late. Before another challenger bested you? I hardly think that likely. I do not claim to have the power to single-handedly stem the tide of the armies of Armor. Would armies have been sent after you? There are those with the power to send them who stand to gain much satisfaction from my death, even still.
I must write that down.
You speak of those responsible for your exile. I speak of whom I speak.
Certainly.
Perhaps that was presumptuous of me to ask. Might we start at the beginning, then? What was it like to grow up under the shadow of your father, the great mirage of the Silent Sands? Now should I share my story with you, when I have yet to finish writing it myself?
Absurd.
We all must share our stories while we yet live, or we risk them being rewritten by other, less reliable narrators. Is that a threat? Of course not. Merely a humble historian's advice.
I'm getting too old for this.
Come on, then. Let us go where we might speak more privately. I will tell you of my father. Wonderful. Sheesh, everybody's just talking. Helena, may I speak with you? I don't mean to interrupt your prayer. I am not praying, just thinking. What about?
I wonder.
This guide we retrieved from the jungle.
Hold on.
That's just why I've come to speak to you. It's presence, I suppose. Did you find it sinister? Very much so.
I'm with you.
I thought you might. I did too. Especially when we set sail for the mists and it retreated into silence, saying it was resting. The gods alone know how many years it rested in that ancient place. Centuries at least, judging from the surroundings. No, it was not resting. It was listening. Then you felt it as I did.
That's right.
I drew my conclusions on reason alone. What was it that you felt exactly? A sort of heightened awareness, I guess, as when you're speaking loudly and suddenly the room goes quiet, and a kind of overwhelming presence, like a great warrior or noble had entered the room. Have you spoken to any others who shared these feelings?
I'd rather not.
Not a one.
There.
It's pure speculation, but you may have a unique sensitivity to these things, to soul magic and the great pool beyond. What do they call it here? The astral plane? Yes, maybe a gift that accompanies your abilities as an adept. I've only been able to attain a similar sensitivity through prolonged prayer and for a limited time.
Perhaps.
If it's truly a gift, it's also quite a burden. Most gifts are. Will you be alright?
Sure thing.
I think so, especially now that we're rid of the stone. I'm glad. If you feel something like this again, please, don't hesitate to speak with me. I won't. Elias! Hey, thanks for what you said back there, after our run-in with the elementals.
Sure thing.
Just thought I could offer some perspective.
If you say so.
You've definitely done that. Even meet another adept is a new perspective. Went from, Elias, no less. It's a miracle either of us made it out. Miracles, as I understand them, generally involve divine intervention. Believe me, I would have taken any help I could get, but I don't recall receiving any. I am sorry, ladies and gents. I do not know why I'm so tired right now. I had a good amount of sleep. It's all good. Don't tell me I'm getting bored with the game. I'm enjoying the story and everything. Do not think it's that.
Sounds right.
That's a fair point. I guess I was lucky enough to have some support from my parents. They received the news well then, I take it?
I don't know.
Would have been hard for them to do anything else. After all, I've been through by them.
I'm with you.
I understand. How old were you when you knew? 16. I was training in an open field with my tutor too. When it happened, I kept making the same mistake, and I started getting frustrated. Then I remember flashes, thunder, and waking up on the ground. My parents agreed to help me hide it at first, but eventually it just became too dangerous. Without using my abilities, I'd never learn to control them. I know what you mean. Yeah, so eventually they gave me what they could and sent me on my way. What about you? When did you know you were an adept? I was 15, preparing supper for my family like any other evening. They had been full of hopeful anticipation. Then, practically before I'd finished opening up the oven, the whole kitchen was in flames.
I'm not sure.
Wow, that sounds incredibly scary. I don't think I would have known what to make of that. I was terrified. Almost too terrified to help douse the fires, and definitely too terrified to come up with any reasonable excuse. I was not so fortunate as you to have empathetic parents. The most mercy they could muster was allowing me a day's head start over the authorities. I'm sorry, Elias. Please, don't apologize. All you've done is give me hope. Perhaps being an adept in Nualius isn't an automatic death sentence after all. There may be others like us out there, wandering Etland.
I trust you.
I never would have guessed that before I met you, so I guess I share that hope. Oh, I'm sure we'll put it to good use. Sheesh! Elias, how popular are you? Can I take you up on your previous offer?
Hold on.
Excuse me? You offered to learn from me so that I might learn something better. I think I need that.
Careful.
Oh, right. I offer a lot of things. Perhaps more than I can handle at times. We'll have to be more clear next time.
I'm following.
I'll have to inquire on that later, as interesting as it is. Feeling ready to learn some metaphysics?
Sure thing.
I'm not sure what that is, but I'm all in if that's what you need. You're really just the helpful type, aren't you? I like that. Alright, here's the problem that we're running into.
Hold on.
Sorry, who is we? Sarah, Corbin, and I. Do you really need to ask? Anyway, what isn't adding up with the aspect is that, by all accounts, humans aren't capable of handling enough power to channel 2 of them. Yet we've seen the Necromancer do that. Yes! See? Something we were talking about earlier. And whoever that was on the battlefield, there's no chance that could have been achieved unaided. You're doing a lot of questioning and not a lot of teaching. I am uninitiated unless you must spell out what you think to me in simple terms. Right. The eternal aspects seem to amplify power rather than create it, but they require a certain level of power to activate in the first place. Fascinating.
This makes no sense.
We've been testing different techniques out on ones we have, but neither Sarah nor I can get 2 to work at once. However, Corvin was able to activate 2 at once, but not 3.
Perhaps.
So you think that moon elves are capable of maybe using 2 aspects? That's the running theory.
Hold on.
Have you considered that there are hundreds of other minute differences between you, Sarah, and Corvin that could explain it as well? No, I haven't. Sort of silly of me, huh? Not silly. Your focus. It's easy to get too far into your work and forget to check all your points. We need a bigger sample.
I'm with you.
You need a bigger sample. Luckily, you've got one adept in front of you that's happy to experiment with dangerous magic. Lucky for me. Irving, when we entered that temple and, wheeled, did you feel sick? I felt stifled, as if from the humid air, but there was something far more oppressive at the root of it. Yes, precisely. When that poison was released, I hardly noticed a change. I was already nauseous. I know I couldn't have been the only one who felt it, but I had to be sure. What do you mean? What do you make of it? Well, the guide is the obvious source. Can you decipher anything about it?
Perhaps.
The closer I get to it, the stranger I feel. When I close my eyes around it, I think I see features of a face. But I can't be sure if I'm really seeing something or it's just my imagination. What does the face look like? Ancient, but young at the same time. Its eyes are closed, but it seems to be speaking. Does it appear human? Elven? It's hard to say. Difficult to describe at all, really. I just see it. For all we know, it really could be my imagination.
Huh.
It could be. I only hope our concerns about it stem from our imaginations.
Hold on.
They can't entirely. At least, that's not a hypothesis that can coexist with the warning your father gave us. No, you're right, but it is possible that the worst outcome has already been avoided. Let's hope that's the case. You have a gift for soul magic, Elias. So I've been told. That's a blessing that comes at a great price. I'm sure the gods will require it of you time and again before the day is done. Now I wonder, would Elias's other conversation with earlier about the soul magic with, was it Helena, would that have changed if I had talked with Irving first? That's an interesting question. Or would it just be exactly the same? Then I must use it honorably, for the good of all. I trust that you will. Oh. Arima, yeah. Hello, Samara. Did you need something? Yes, teach me. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to be more specific. I want to learn to fight like you. Before I even saw you in the arena, just from the way people spoke of you, I always did. Now I see you dance circles around your enemies with my own eyes. I want you to train me. I'm flattered, but I don't know that I have anything to critique. I've seen you fight with skill.
I can't help it.
Then you can see my abilities are nothing like yours.
You misunderstand.
Samara, your gifts lie in healing. I'm an adept. We must each walk the path set before us. I don't want to walk. I want to run. Your eagerness will serve you well. I was the same in my youth, but it must be balanced with patience.
This makes no sense.
Patience? Just what am I waiting for exactly? Experience will translate to skill in time. Then give me the experience I need. You wish to spar? Yes. It seems wherever I go, the fight is inescapable. Perhaps it's my fate. I mean, only if it's not a burden, of course. No, not at all. I will honor your zeal. It's an inspiration to me. But we must begin cautiously. I don't want either of us to put out of commission for the next fight. Sure, I'm ready when you are. Then let's begin. So, tell me, was my trial as great a challenge as you anticipated? Greater. It was the greatest challenge and honor I had yet experienced.
You seem to have things under control.
And yet you prevailed. I had assistance. Indeed, some fight by strength, others by talent, and still some by luck. But your strength comes from your skill.
I like that.
Your friends are fierce fighters, but you train alone to fight as you do. I can respect that. Fierce as they were hardly my friends when I faced you. Our paths had only just crossed up the road. Then you sought to challenge me alone?
That's right.
I did, and traveled many leagues to do so. Why? What drew you to do it?
Failure is a great teacher.
I had learned all I could of the martial arts at the monastery. It was long past time to put my training to the test. I can't imagine that explanation was pleasing to your superiors. I came to discern the call of the gods, and when my training was complete, I heard it. I was called to challenge Arima the Sonara. So it was. Well, I hope to remain worthy of your call. You've yet to give me any reason to doubt it. Ish. We have it where, sometimes huge talking, lots of talking like this one. Then next episode, it'll just be very little talking. It's good to be in the company of another woman of faith. It seems we both heard higher calls and followed them along different paths. I suppose that's true. Where did you discern? Based on your dress, I'd guess Wushane, but I'm not familiar with all the monasteries.
That's right.
You're correct. It seems you're well acquainted with the Silent Way. I grew up on Varroa. My father conducted archival work for the various faith traditions and Foldabond. There was a temple in the city. Have you visited the Tranquil Isle?
I'm afraid not.
No, but I did have occasion to meet the patient mother once when I was very little. She had a piece about her that struck me.
The silent guide.
Such peace can only come through silence. There's something to be said for that. There's an awful lot of noise these days, no thanks to the war. Indeed, seems a pity that one man's pride should cost so many lives.
Agreed.
Certainly. What was it like? The Tranquil Isle, I mean. Beautiful. My thoughts often dwell on it. I think often of home myself. The place I miss. Friends, family. Do you still have family on Varroa? Not any worth missing. I see. Well, on the bright side, I'd imagine that left you somewhat free to pursue your vocation.
Failure is a great teacher.
She who comes to see the trial as a gift finds riches beyond measure. True, but that's no small task. Maybe you can teach me how you do it. I have plenty yet to learn myself. I'm not sure that ever changes. No, I don't believe it does. Helena, how are you holding up? I'm well. I just ran to Alden on the way. He was practicing his spells.
Alden?
What kind of spells? Elemental magic? I hope he wasn't near any trees. He seemed to be taking precautions. Good. I don't know how many times I've warned him about that.
Hush.
He's an incredibly skilled mage. He is, but he's still so young. If he doesn't learn to control his powers, I worry they'll get the best of him. It's a blessing, then, that he has such a wise and caring teacher.
I don't know.
I'd hardly consider myself his teacher. I tried once to get him interested in healing magic, but it never stuck.
No.
He must walk along his own path. I know, but sometimes I just feel like he's being asked to run before he can crawl. It's not fair. And it's certainly not his fault, but it means he ends up needing a lot of attention. Do you resent this? I wouldn't say resent. Sometimes it's a little exhausting. Would you prefer that he was out on his own? Definitely not. I'd be worried sick about him.
See it now?
Then you should consider yourself lucky. Not every sister is so fortunate to feel this way about her brother. I suspect you do not only teach him, but learn from him as well. Oh, absolutely. He has a sort of willingness to try things I wouldn't have even thought possible. And he's developed a pretty good track record of actually doing those things too.
There.
Perhaps that is his gift to you.
You really think so?
I guess it is. One of them, anyway. One of many. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Helena. I think I needed the reminder. Of course. You have reminded me it in kind many times. The least I can do is return the favor. Say, Helena, what is that you're working on there? Working might be overstated here. This is leisure.
Could have fooled me.
Uh-huh. What is it you're leisuring at there? I am knitting. It helps calm my mind. Doesn't look all that calming to me. Your hands are moving 100 miles a minute.
Hush.
Speed is relative, Sia. Were I a beginner, I could go a tenth as fast and feel the stress of the action tenfold. I spent a great deal of time knitting, and thus even a quick pace is relaxing to me. Never thought I'd hear someone make knitting sound so scary. I think you and I have different definitions of fear. I think you're the only person I've ever met that actually has a definition for fear. Ha, fair enough. Would you mind teaching me?
I wonder.
That depends. Would you mind learning? I'm not sure. I think we would figure that out together. I am curious to see. Let us be on with it. Alright, I think we're getting close. We're not getting close. I've never seen storm elementals get a taste of their own medicine like that, Iris.
If you say so.
Really? I'm surprised. I would have thought you would attract some before.
Definitely.
I have, but it seems like I could take a page from your book when it comes to dealing with them. I mean, you literally had sparks flying. That's very kind. What was your first element? I'm sorry?
Huh?
When your powers manifested, how did it happen? What kind of element did you first unleash into the world? Oh, I was sparring and let out a burst of lightning. I thought maybe I'd been struck, but then it happened again and again.
Who'da thunk?
I know that routine. Lightning, huh? I would have guessed fire, honestly. What about you?
Ugh.
For me, soul magic. I was in boot camp when I figured it out. Started accidentally phasing through during our sprint drills. Wow, so you discovered an adept only after you joined the army? Yep, got me transferred to a whole new division too. That makes sense. Anyway, Lincoln told me that in Carmont, there's a tradition around that kind of thing. The first element an adept manifests is supposed to give some insight into their personality.
That sounds right.
Interesting. I'd never heard that before.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe in that kind of stuff, but it's fun to think about. Makes you kind of reflect on yourself. I'll have to ask him what lightning was supposed to mean. I forgot if he told me. Oh, alright. Well, I'd be curious to know. I'll get back to you. I am also kind of curious to know what spirit would have meant. Now... Oh, the people who came out with this game, they really developed a whole world. I love it. Great. There's a lot of talking right now, though. A lot. You know, you don't have to hover around me. I appreciate that you've helped me get through my queasiness with all this fighting, but I'm really alright now.
How cute!
Who says that's why I'm hovering around you? I guess no one did. You can't honestly enjoy talking about your hometown as much as you have, though.
Definitely.
No, I don't, but I've told you a bunch of fake stories to get you to calm down. Now I'm telling you the real ones. But the rolling hills. Oh, they're nice, but Red Hill puts us to shame. Hard to keep a rivalry up with a town that dwarfs you in every capacity. What a funny turn. Dwarfs. Sort of seems mean, doesn't it? Never thought about it. Don't really understand how you look into these things so often. Doesn't your head get clogged up? What do you mean? You're always asking me questions about academic type stuff. Like what I think of words. I don't think about words, I just use them.
I can't help it.
I didn't realize I did that. Seems normal to me. I've spent my whole life around academics. No, I didn't mean it as a bad thing. I think it's impressive. I like your normal. Thank you. Alright. Iris. Iris, I don't mean to presume, but if you balance yourself for a run with the elementals, you shouldn't. Oh, blah, blah. If you blame yourself for a run-in with the elementals, you shouldn't. May have an adept's gift, but there are others in our group who share them, and a fight like that was likely inevitable.
If you say so.
Thanks, I appreciate you saying that. Although it was my fault, it wouldn't have been the first time. I see. Powers must have been very potent if attracting elementals is a regular occurrence. I guess so. I know so. You've demonstrated that in the ways you've generously lent your gifts to our efforts.
I don't know.
I'm not sure about all that, but that's a nice compliment. Do you think you'll remain with us? I hope. Everyone's been nothing but kind. It all depends on Monroe, really. Ah, yes. The noble heir of Silver Garden. If I might speak freely, he seems like a piece of work. Of course. I mean, of course he may speak freely. Not of course that he's... I know what you meant. If it's any reassurance, you can speak freely with me. I'm the last person who would go whispering your secrets in the ear of your employer. I'm a priestess, remember? Counsel and confidence goes with the territory. Thanks, Vesta. That means a lot. Of course. I'm glad to have you with us, Iris. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, I won't. Alright. Lincoln! Vesta, I didn't get the chance to say this that night, but we were fortunate to find you in the temple. We'd come across undead before at Drakenweld, but never in such force. I wouldn't have known the first thing about cleansing their necrotic energy. I'm quite sure we owe you our lives. In the meantime, you have my thanks.
Effort duly rewarded.
Well, I'm not sure you would have found me alive had you not arrived when you did, so I'm more than willing to call it even. Perhaps we both have the gods to thank.
Indeed.
Yes, we always do. You're not from Delia, are you? No, Carmont. Then you're familiar with the god of my devotion.
By your grace.
Yes. Thane is the patron of our people, among those who fear the gods anyway. So anyone beyond the walls of the capital. Unfortunately, that's quite accurate. Voran's harsh political climate doesn't lend itself well to religion.
I'm afraid not.
I disagree. The people of Voran have simply taken up a different religion of their own. Perhaps you're right. In any case, I'm glad to be far from it. As am I. I'm grateful for the crossing of our paths, Captain.
We honor the gods with this victory.
May they lead us to victory, to the glory of the gods. To the glory of the gods. I've come to realize, Marin, for all the praise you've given me, you're an excellent leader yourself.
Huh?
You mean because of how I look after Alden? Not just your brother, but Garrick and Irving too. All of us, really. I feel like that's just what the profession demands, caring for the needs of others. There's some truth to that. How did you know you wanted to become a healer in the first place? Honestly, I just think about the only thing I did know growing up was that I didn't want to be a healer.
Really?
Oh, that's a bit of a shock. Seems to come so easily to you. Which is why that path was selected for me. I only had one tutor who suggested I take up her profession. Never would have guessed. It's true. I was too impatient with everything else. Healing magic at least took slow, natural processes and sped them up to something manageable that I could tolerate. Garrick had a similar story, actually. He failed all of his preliminaries except archery. His own mother had to take him in as a pupil.
I should have known.
I never knew that. Well, probably keep that between us. I'm not sure he knows I know that either.
If you say so.
Ah, understood. It's funny you say I look after him too, though. Garrick does accuse me of babying him sometimes. Is that so? Maybe he should be thanking you instead of accusing you of anything. I suspect he could use some guidance, especially in light of what you just told me. I guess, but I think we all could. You might be onto something there. Alright, that's everybody. See ya! You are A grade right here. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm gonna buy some stuff in the shop. I'm gonna do some upgrades and move inventory stuff around, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, we're back. Great waves, that was a close call. Too close. Old Humpback's not cut out for this. I thought our guide was supposed to be helpful. I'll admit I may have miscalculated my estimation of the competence of our captain. There we go. Thank you. Now wait a minute! Hold on. I see something. Up ahead. That must be it. Stop the ship! Lower the sails! Wouldn't you want to raise the sails if you're trying to stop the ship? Maybe... No, wait, no. I think it just depends on the ship. Because in some things you see it where the ship ship's sails are held at the bottom, and others where they're held at the top. So maybe this is one of those where it's held at the bottom and then they just lift it all up when it's time to move. I don't know. Aye, aye, Captain. I've always wanted to say that. Look at that thing. It's massive. Is this the temple we seek? Yes. You did well to drop anchor here before the ship gets too close. I'll drop my anchor where I please, thank you very much. Drop the anchor, quickly! If this is it, what now? I have brought you here, have I not? I cannot take the trial for you. So then the trial has already begun. Can you tell me nothing of it? Since you assist, I will share you only what was once shared with me. The trial of the soul is comprised of 3 parts, a test of mind, body, and spirit. The test of body is a fight unlike anything you have yet experienced. The only enemies you will face are ones you take with you.
What?
The enemies we take with us? So is this like fighting our own personal demons or other things? I have said what I will. Well, no point in stopping now, Irving. Come on, let's hop in the dinghies and have a look around. Have a look. Whew! I've been around the whole perimeter, not so much as a crevice, let alone any kind of entrance. Strange. Benji, any luck with your, strategy?
Smash!
Ugh. No matter how hard I smash, these walls won't budge! I'll take that as a hard no. It's writing.
There.
The holes in the wall. If you count them, they form, or if you connect them, they form letters. Now, how'd you figure that one? The walls of our monastery had similar markings.
Brilliant!
Brilliant! Yes, she's right. They do form letters. Characters in pre-Calamity Elvish, to be precise. Sun Elvish, probably? Actually, they all shared a common language before the Calamity, though it's hard to imagine now. It's quite different than our own tongues, but I should be able to translate. Just a moment. Boy, am I lucky you guys are here, because I never would have figured that out. I think it's a riddle of some kind. What does it say? Power is as seed. To yield a fruitful harvest, it must be... Then it trails off. There's no punctuation, so the latter part must be missing. You, go ahead and analyze that punctuation, Corvin. Let the real brains in the group think about solutions. Presumably it rhymes in its completed form. An ancient Elvish, of course. I can translate different words to see if the ending letters match. As seed, planted, watered. Far too simple. Perhaps soaked or germinated? No, I don't think any of those words would have sounded similar. Well, let's think. What's on a farm? A shovel, cows, farmers, a field. Genius!
You're really something.
There are farmers on a farm. Yes, a truly remarkable insight, Sophia. Thanks! A field. The letters at the end match exactly with the word for harvest, though another should have come before it. Huh. Not bad. Sown a field. Thrown a field. What do we have your scholar types here for anyway? Go on, do your thing! She's got a good point here. What's the point of having all these scholars if it's the, let's say the less gifted ones coming up with the answers? No, those words are too short. It wouldn't fit the meter.
You've done well.
Scattered a field. Let me see. Why, yes. The meter fits perfectly. That's it. So now what? Do we say it? Well, I've never actually tried to speak the language. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever heard anyone speak it. I wouldn't know where to begin. Irving, take me closer to the walls. Alright. Galara Uhatar. The only enemies are the ones agreeing with you. This your idea of a joke? I don't think I like how I'm looking at me. Oh, Garrick, that's how you look at a lot of people, so you're gonna have to get over it. Think we can make friends with them? I think that's the last thing they want. Worth a shot, though. We don't want to fight. You need not express your wants in this place. We have read your soul. You must fight, so you will. Can't say that isn't creepy. There's no reason to delay. Time is not on your side. This much weighs heavily on your souls. Right? Looks like we have no choice. Leave it to you to keep pushing forward even in ghost form. So bossy in the ghost form, too. Irving, you were the born leader. Garrick, son of Galen, you are stronger than you allow yourself to know. Marin, the voice of comfort, in all your efforts you have always been enough. Alden, a hero before your time, need not try to measure up, for you already do. Irving, bound by blood, your conviction will hold you steady when you fear to break. Such resolve has not touched this place in millennium. The challenge is cast. Onwards to your fate. So, is it a set group of people that I have to fight, or does it change depending? Alright, to advance it appears you must defeat yourselves. Well, we're gonna go with the lower units. So, gotta keep the healers. Alright. One, two, three, four. Well, I only need actually one more. Let's get. No, call it up. Come with Garrick. Alright, so that means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 healers. Yeah, the healers are going to be our best units by the end of this game. That's what I'm guessing. Defeat yourselves. Alright. This will be interesting to see how it works out. Let's have you and you switch. You are a healer, so you should probably switch back there. Well, you want to switch there. Gotta try and keep the healers spread out. Because right now, 1, 2, 3, okay. You go over here. Alright. Let's save this real quick. Let's start. Alright. Okay. This will be interesting. Okay, so looks like... Yep, it's the exact units that I bring out. Benji! Okay, now if you attack Benji... 31 times 2? Oh, just death. Good job, Caius.
With every shot, progress.
Okay. He will just have to be worried about the magic people. Or the people who can go at a distance. Alright, let's have you rush up to there.
It will be done.
I'm gonna want to not rush too far over here, because this guy is, you know, as we all know, very, very powerful. So.
All right.
This should be fun.
Okay.
Run like the wind!
Alright, let's go here.
If I must.
I am not going to do well here. I can tell. Wait. Okay.
If you insist.
Alright, let's see how these guys move. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna lose a few people in this one. Benji, no!
Legends never die.
Well, at least it's the magic that's reduced. Okay, this one, I will admit, is a good challenge because your characters will have been getting so
Sharp
OP.
skills, full pockets.
Oh, good!
You won't be missed.
Yes! So that'd be what, 24? 28!
You won't
And
be
another
missed.
crit. Oh, man. Okay. Caius, you're gonna be one of those people that... You're gonna be the... Oh, yes! Oh, I got a 77% chance of hitting. Good. Alright, that's not much. Oh, this is a lot. Not crit. That's fine. Shit.
Lost to the last.
Defense reduced by 3. Oh. Okay, I was expecting this to a degree. If I could go and attack her. 32. Where's 65? Holy shnikes. 41. That's supposed to be good odds? Those are terrible odds. 69. Okay, she's gonna do like no damage to me, so let's take the chance. Oh, no. Caius, you take out your counterpart. 32%, 2 shots, let's do it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! That's okay. That's okay. Let's see here. 24, 26. He does double. 32.
How can I assist?
He just does double attacks on almost everything. Okay, why don't you heal?
Effort duly rewarded.
Yes.
If you insist.
I could attack her. 12, 23. Let's do 23 times 2. There we go. Okay. Attack, 12 times 2, 21 times 2, 100%. There we go.
One step at a time.
Am I needed?
Yes, you're needed. Oh, you're taking out your sister.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Okay. What about taking out their healer? How good of a chance I have? 36. Huh. Oh, that's not good. Alright. What about her taking out herself? Might as well do this one. Because that's a lot of damage. Yes, they can do... Oh, yep. Decent amount back. Our main thing is to knock
All right.
back as much of what they can do. 2. That's the best.
If I must.
Only 20%. No one has a good amount of chance of hitting Caius.
My turn!
Well, 60's been the best one we've got. That will not kill him.
Yes! Creep! I feel stronger. Do I look stronger?
Okay. Well, while we can, why don't we attack their version? 10, 12, 15, 25 times 2. Without having anyone attacking back. That's what you want. Deal as much damage with getting the least amount done to you. Okay. Oh, 27 times 2? Ooh. 25 times 2. Okay. 67. Alright, we're gonna go with Fire Rune, because she has a slightly less chance of hitting back. What? Really? Okay, alright.
This should be fun.
Yeah. You run around the back, attack her. Best chance, 100%.
It's good to be me.
Okay, let's see. We got a few more to do.
I'm here.
Ooh, you can rush up here and take her out. Because that's what you want. And something like this where it's equal numbers and everything, you gotta try and make it where they have the least amount of attack backs, which is what we're doing. We're whittling them down quickly and efficiently.
Weakness has consequences.
I just don't like how many we're gonna be losing
Even
in
now,
this.
the arena is with me.
We'll see how it plays out. Oh, are you gonna hit Brooke? Yep.
I was careless.
I don't feel so good.
Ooh.
I hope you deserve this!
It's a ghost of Lincoln. He probably deserved it. Good. No, not good. Sheesh. There's just no sisterly love going on in this game at all.
I've done all I can.
Oh. Come on. At least it wasn't a crit, but now... Come on, get a crit, get a crit. Oh, come on! He hit! That's bull crap. He had less chance to hit, and he still did. Okay. So, it looks like it's... On our right flank, we're losing people quickly. But, on our left flank, they're only down to 2. Alright, that's like nothing.
At your disposal.
Is there any way he doesn't do double? Nope. So the best I can do is 28. And my chances of hitting are low.
Lead the way.
My chances of hitting are really low. Sheesh, my chances of hitting are just way too low.
Thought you'd never ask.
If I attack him, 39, 100% chance. Let's do it. Okay, then you go after the sorcerer. 32 times 42%, 58%, 38. Let's do it. Shield's only got a 20% chance of hitting back. Yes! Okay, okay. What happens if I attack myself? Why is he able to do double stuff to me, but I can't? He's got the same weapon. Maybe it's just deal with the weapon set. Almost no chance to hit. Yeah, almost no chance. Won't do much damage to me, but better. Best chance of hitting is 46. Do Mystic Folly. Let's do Cosmic Crash. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Right, because he didn't move, he was able to do more damage. Alright, that's the best chance I have of hitting. I feel like my guys are just not hitting anybody. I mean, they're probably missing a few too. Okay.
Honored.
Ooh, that's good. But how would you do against this guy? 7, 40, 69. Let's do the 69. We gotta focus fire and hold it. Best chance I got's 41%.
Am I needed?
Alright, you do almost no damage to him. But how much damage do you do to him? Okay, you take him out. That's also helpful. That's just the sort of thing.
Fit for the throne.
How can I help?
26, 51% chance. What? I had a higher percent chance. Why did it switch? The best I got is 38. Oh.
How can I
Alright,
assist?
best thing to do. Oh, you healed too. Okay. I guess we'll do the 41. Oh, come on.
I'm on it.
Nope, didn't mean to do that one, but... Oh, Yankees. Okay. That's a crit. Ooh. Ooh. Harsh damage there. Okay. Alright, they're focusing on Garrett. Come on, kill her. Oh, come on! With all the hits they've done on him.
Sure bungled this one.
Ooh. You... Thank you. Attack, that's the only one, but I get higher percentile. 56. 48. 57% chance. Come on! How am I missing so much? 69, that's what we're going with. Oh, come on! Missing all over the place.
Lead the way.
Alright, you heal him.
We've got you.
Okay, 89%, but only 3 damage? Oh, you're kidding me. Best damage-wise is 12. I knew our people were OP at times, but
I'm on
I
it.
feel like they're taking it to the next level right now. Alright. 62%. Let's go for it. Come on! Why? If I attack him and hit, then I get the health. I get some health back. Come on!
Have fought to the end.
How in the world are all of these missing? I could take him out. I could take her out. Might as well take him out because he's at full health. Let's see if he hits. Gaius, you may be the main reason why we win. Alright, I got almost no chance of hitting her. So if I move you to here, let's see here, 5. Let's go for it. At least I'm hitting something right now.
Impressive, is it not?
Yep.
This is my
At
fate.
least a lot of things going down are things that don't affect me too much. Oh, come on. Let me hit once.
On the move.
100% chance. Taking her out. She's just been a thorn.
With every shot, progress.
Alright, let's try to take Brooke out. 5%. Oh, that's 21 times 2. Let's take it. And I forgot how my luck has been. I attacked her. 56 times 2. Let's do this. Come on. Hit! Oh, come on! And of course she hits. Come on! What the frick is going on? I know... It feels like this round the dice are just not rolling in my favor. Let's go for it. If I can take him out. Yes! Sheesh. Okay, okay. So we got one left. 31, 30, 40. This, alright, let's see. What about you? What if you attack? That's actually the best chance of hitting. Oh, I do not want to do that stage again.
I knew I had it in me.
Lost so many people. Marin, good job. Well, that was unexpected. Perhaps it should not have been. I understand the warning now. A lot of good that does us. Regardless, we did it. Now I'm no arithmetician, but 2 parts down means there's 1 more to go, and I doubt this giant door is here by accident. Let's check it out. Wait. What is it? Only one should enter the inner sanctum. Alone. With myself, of course. The trial was originally designed to be faced 1 at a time. And who do you propose that should be? That is not for me to decide. I don't like the idea of splitting up. Well, if we have to, we should call a vote to decide who goes. I think we need an executive decision by Irving. You're the leader, you go. Just saying. Irving, I don't think we need to call a vote. Very well then. It should be Vesta, maybe your organizations know more of these affairs than the rest of us combined. I'm not sure that's true, Irving. And even if it were, I'm not sure that would help. Alright, then who else? I think most of us feel it should be you. Aha! They are in agreement with me! Ha-ha! Really? I'm not sure that makes sense. One roundabout way or another, all of us ended up together because of you. Besides, it was your father's idea to send us here. His faith in you is what convinced him to continue to trust us with the aspects in the first place. It seems to me that you give us our best chance. Does anyone object?
Well,
Nope.
what do you know?
There's your vote. Seems your friends have made their choice, Irving. Alright, so they have. Wish me luck. You won't need it. A bright flame illumines the walls of the sanctum. It has lain in darkness for many years. To see these walls again stirs something in me. Silence, Anchored One. I know why you have come. It is not you with whom I wish to speak. Tell me, bright flame, what brings you to this place? Who asks this? I guess enters my home and asks that I make an account of myself. I am Koeli-Sumash, once revered in this place, where now my Terrazalan aspect rests. The god of the soul? I see you are acquainted with my domain. Now I ask to know more of you. Forgive my brashness, mighty Koeli-Sumash. My name is Irving. It is pleasant to know that what you are called, but the soul speaks more of a man than his name. That may be. I was sent here on behalf of the Order of Eternals. We hope to protect the aspects from the one who would use them for ill. Yes, such faith the Order has in its cause and its agents. I hope it is not misplaced. As do I. I was informed that if I passed your trial, I might receive something that would aid our quest. Supplies, or perhaps weapons of some kind. Indeed you might. Tell me, who are these who stand so nervously behind the threshold? They are soldiers, I suppose. Great fighters from many corners of Terra. Foiling the plot of this nefarious aspect thief has become our only common purpose. I see. They are each of them quite powerful.
Yes.
It's true. Each brings something unique to the whole. What if you learned that I could grant all of these powers to you? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. No longer would the mighty Irving, heir of House Silidarian, fight to win the approval of his own troops, coordinate their movements, or inspire them to courage. His will would be indomitable, subsumed by all who look upon him with admiration in their hearts. At what cost? What you ask is wise. A fine boon comes at a fine price. Such a transfer of power costs them their mortal souls. I wouldn't think of it. And if it was the only way to prevent the disaster you fear,
Still.
I couldn't. Besides, I don't see how that would be the case. They've become so much of why I want to stop this necromancer in the first place. They're my friends. Why, you should have said so. You called them soldiers, if you remember. Perhaps I was wrong, too. To err is mortal, but to acknowledge this and grow, that is divine. These friends of yours, how do you lead them? By love, fear, the promise of gold? Trust, I think. Though if I'm being honest, I'm not sure I understand it. Their loyalty humbles you. I guess I'm just not as convinced as they are that I know what's right, or that I always will. They need not believe you are right, nor need you be right. Your thoughts search for justice, as one I have seen before, but justice does not reside in the mind. A sand glass may tell the time, but not the weather. But be that as it may, I fear our time is in short supply. Ah, but you have yet to present me your gift. Gift? Yes, the stone which has guided you to me has traveled many leagues and years to come to rest in this place. Set it on my altar. You have my thanks, Bright Flame. Storage received a trove of aspects. The members of your order who entrusted these to me have passed from this world long ago. Now it seems they are safest and most useful with you. But what of the third trial? I was told there would be 3. Ha! All 3 trials you have passed, Bright Flame, and with a sincerity such I have never seen. Which is why I entrust you too with my own aspect. Now go, and leave me with this troubled one. There are stirrings in Astralis I could use his bleak thoughts on. At last, Irving, these aspects may aid you, but they cannot save you, or your friends. Only you can do that. Such wisdom, and how many empires rose and fell while you thought up those words. I've discovered much in my solitude, Koeli. We have much to discuss. Farewell, Bright Flame. Take courage in your quest. Continue your search for righteousness, as if Terrazel itself depends on it. Perhaps it does. Yes, perhaps it does. Conversing with a god. I can hardly believe it. This is the stuff of fairy legends.
Take heart.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm looking at more aspects than I ever knew existed in one place.
Definitely.
Epic! Wait, who the frick are you, Faust? Where did you come from? Somebody, did he sneak in when I wasn't looking? Please tell me. I need to know if I am just that blind. I just got my eyes fixed, and you're telling me I didn't see this guy pop up? It's gonna take some time to figure out which each of these are capable of.
Sure thing.
Well, we've got no shortage of that. It'll be a while before we make landfall in Etlin, and that assumes we can get out of these mists without our guide. Did you really have to leave it behind?
Yes.
Yes, seemed Koeli-Sumash had some purpose for it. What that might be, I couldn't say.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I can't say I'm too mad about that. That guy was making me nervous anyway. I think I might have to agree. Wait a minute! How did you get here? Thank you! I'm not the only one! Thanks! I thought I had gone crazy. On the ship? And just how exactly did you sneak onto my ship? And didn't they say it took 3 days for them to get here? So not only would he have had to sneak on the ship, but then stay hidden upon the ship for 3 days without getting caught. That takes some talent. In one of your barrels, you don't exactly have the strictest security detail. You free-riding rat, I should have thrown you overboard.
Jeez.
Okay, Captain Tough. Maybe if you actually shipped any goods, I wouldn't have had so much free real estate to choose from.
Look, kid.
Why, you little... I think maybe we should leave those two to settle this themselves. Ladies and gents, that was Chapter 15. What'd you think of the battle? I think I could have done a lot better with it, but also, you know, your characters tend to get a little OP as time goes on. I think part of it is just, no matter what, that battle, people were gonna fall. I could play defensive, but with no room to move around, it was just a big free-for-all, no matter what. That was gonna happen. Maybe some of you have some different opinions about what could or couldn't have been. If you like this content, make sure to leave a like, a rumble, a fiery thing, a something to let myself and others know this content is enjoyed. Make sure to leave comments in the comment section below of the good, the bad, the ugly. I can take the criticism. And last but not least, if you want to stay up to date on all the Dark Deity or whatever else I might be playing, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Till next time, stay safe.